Hi, this is Rebecca from Mother Earth News, and we're going to talk about reader questions on homemade pesticide sprays. We get a lot of questions about can we make homemade insecticide sprays and are they effective in the home garden? And what I'm going to tell you is that what you should do, first of all, is ask yourself 4 questions before you take the time to make your own insecticide spray. The first question is, have I correctly identified the perpetrator? You may be surprised to learn that a lot of problems in the garden are not necessarily caused by pests, but they could be caused by extreme weather or diseases, plant diseases. So first you have to identify the perpetrator in your garden. So the second question you should ask yourself is, am I sure that the problem is getting worse in my garden? If your plant is still producing and still growing and looks otherwise relatively healthy, perhaps you don't have a problem and you should just take some steps to boost the health of your plant and not spray. The third question you should ask yourself is, can I identify beneficial insects in my garden? The fact is that beneficial insects are present in most gardens, and if you give them enough time, they can do a lot of good in your garden with pests. If you spray, however, you're also risking that you're going to kill or harm those beneficial insects. The fourth and final question to ask yourself is, are there any other pest control methods that will work in my garden? There are traps and barriers and the like that will work and not involve spraying insecticides on your garden beds. After you've asked yourself all these questions and answered them, and you find that you still really do need an insecticidal spray, the only 2 that we recommend are water and diluted soap. We want you to make sure that the soap solution you use comes into direct contact with the pests, and also use a pure soap to make your solutions, such as Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. Don't use laundry soap or other harmful, strong, over-the-counter soaps that can burn or otherwise damage your plants. Just remember that homemade garden sprays that contain aromatic herbs or hot pepper solutions really don't have much effect on insects in your garden. It's actually the soapy suds that have an effect and that can do the trick. And we want you to keep in mind too that whatever spray you use on your garden can also kill beneficial insects, so we want you to use it sparingly and keep them in mind. And happy gardening!